All right, we have this question here. And in this new question, we want to begin always, no matter how big or small the problem is, we want to begin with the question sentence. So if we take a look here, it says, if she walked 2 hours at the slower pace, I don't really care about that. This is what I care about. The who, what, when, where, how many, which of the following. This is what I want. So it says, what is the total distance of the trail? That's what I want. Okay, everybody, so read that with me. What is the total distance of the trail? So, my party people, when we take a look at the information, if we just kind of graze through it, it says this hiker is walking part of the trail at this speed and then walks the rest at this speed. Can you help me out, everybody? To get total distance for this hiker, for the first part and the second part of this hike, what do you think we might need to do with those distances? Yeah, we're going to want to add. We're absolutely going to want to add here. Because if you think about it like this, let me present this example, in just a straightforward way. If we're talking about this person's hike as part A of the hike and part B of the hike, let's suppose that part A was 10 miles and then part B was 5 miles. Again, these are just numbers I'm throwing out there. Everybody, does it occur to you? Does it make sense to you that, hey, if part A of the hike was 10 miles and part B was 5 miles, to get the total distance, I would just add these together. Does that make sense to you, generally speaking? Perfect. Perfect. Because I know that would make intuitive sense, but I'm going to beg to say that the issue, the big problem is, I don't see distance, right? I don't see the distance at all. So this is where we need to go ahead and figure out, hey, if I can get the distance for part A, and then I can get the distance for part B, if I can figure out those distances, then we can add them together. But again, that's the big issue. What are those distances? So this is where I'm introducing you to multi-step problem solving, where it's not always going to be puppies and sunshine. You're going to be given all the information you need and you're done. No, it's not going to work like that. In this one, we have to gather those clues to get what we need. So watch and learn, everybody. I got you. So the hiker walks part of the trail at 3 miles per hour. I'm going to call that part A, if that's okay with you. So I'll go ahead and just say 3 miles per hour. And then part B, I'm going to highlight in red the rest at 4 miles an hour. So allow me over here, I'll say my rate is 3 miles per hour. And then my rate over here for part B equals 4 miles per hour. Again, you have to be organized here. Let me also get rid of this so it doesn't confuse the red with you. Now, it says the total hike takes 5 hours. One more time. The total hike takes 5 hours. Everyone, let me ask you this question. Should I put the 5 hours with part A of the trip or part B of the trip? Which one should I put that with? Which one? So if you said part A, that's actually going to be incorrect. This is why I always say it's more important to understand what the numbers mean, not what the numbers are. Check this out, everybody. Part A is the first part. Part B is the second part. What is this word here? Total. This says total. The total hike takes 5 hours. Everyone, does it make sense now that I'm actually going over it with you? Does it make sense that total hike, 5 hours, means that both of these together take place over 5 hours? Does that make a little more sense now that we think about it in that way? Good. Good. Now, with that doesn't mean that we're not going to use the 5 hours. Watch this. Here, if she walked 2 hours at the slower pace. Everyone, which one's slower, A or B? Which one was slower? Which one was slower? Yeah, A, because that's 3 miles an hour versus 4 miles an hour. So yeah, for sure. This is the slower one, so I'll just go ahead and mark this as slower. And we see here that it says she walked 2 hours at the slower pace. So I'm going to say right here, my time equals 2 hours. Everybody, do I have enough information to get the distance for part A? Do I have enough for that? Oh, we absolutely do. Absolutely. Because remember, distance equals rate times time. And so here what we see is my rate is 3, my time is 2. So we have 3 times 2, and that's going to be 6 miles for part A. Now, when we take a look at part B, notice that I have my rate, but if I want to get the distance, I still need my time. Everybody, should we now throw in that 5? No. What we need to do is think about it like this. Everyone, if we took 2 hours on the first part, the slower part, but it's a total of 5 hours, what operation am I going to use to get the remaining hours? Oh yeah, I'm going to subtract all the way. I'm going to subtract. So check this out. If I do 5 hours minus the 2 hours from part A, I will receive 3 hours, and that's for part B. It takes, again, 5 seconds to just look at that and figure it out. And once we do, we are home free, because now I can find that distance for the second part. We have rate times time, which is 4 times 3. 4 times 3, that's going to be 12 miles in this case. And now we can figure out our final answer, because like we said, to get the total distance, we're going to add our distances together. And there we are. 6 miles plus 12 miles gives us 18 miles. And that, my friends, is what makes the correct answer here. Answer choice C, 18 miles.